Alright, this is a quick video on how to tile a tub that is not level. So right here, clearly we have a tub. If you put the level on it, we are not level. See, the bubble is leaning to this side, which means that it's pitching down that way. If I lift it up, then the bubble straightens out. So it's very crucial to make sure, especially this first row of tiles, has to be level, because that is what your grout lines will be based off of. It's going to follow, you know, these tiles. All your grout lines are going to follow those tiles all the way up. So I put 2 pieces of wood down, and that is going to be the gap for the caulk in between the tub and the tile, a little under 1/4 inch. Stack all these tiles up backwards. Now that I've lined all of my tiles up in a row on top of the spacer board, I'm going to take a laser level. The next thing I'll do is I'll set my laser level to the point where the back corner, the lowest point, gets 1 full tile. And that's how you want to map this out. The lowest point of your tub, you start with a full tile. So once again, I can't stress how important that is. You need a full tile in the lowest part of your tub. So this line that is on these tiles, is this laser line, I'm going to trace onto each of the tiles with a marker. Now I have a line on all the tiles where I need to cut them, and I'll label them. Don't worry about that little guy, but that top line, that is where I want to cut all the tiles. I'll bring them to my wet saw, and then once I make that cut, I flip it around, and it'll be cut in the correct spot. I want all my cuts to be on the bottom, so that's why I flip them upside down. The gap is always covered by caulk, so that will hide any sloppiness in the cuts, which there shouldn't be. So anyway, this is how I tile a tub that is not level, and how I set up my first row to make sure that the top of my row is as level as possible and the bottom is nice and even with the tub. So I'll cut along this line that we made. Once I flip it over, once I make that cut and I flip it over, the cut side will be towards the tub, and it'll be hidden by a caulk line. And the top of all of my tiles will be the nice factory edge, and it'll sit on my level line, so that all my grout lines are nice and pretty, just like we did over here. You can see all my cuts are on the bottom. They will get covered by caulk, and then the top is nice and level, and that's how I did that.